What's up, everybody? Crate Hackers family, Dangerous DJs family, what is up? We got a special evening for you tonight. We've got many friends in the house. We've got Aaron Trailer, we've got DJ Dynamics, we got Ragoza in the house, we got DJ 10, Radio, Michael Jam, what's up? We got so many people. We're all coming together to do a recap of 2024 and talk 2024 hits. Talk about what we're going to be playing at our New Year's Eve gigs, talk about what we're excited to play well into 2025, and just talk music and be with each other and love on our DJ extended family. If you guys are not familiar, Crate Hackers is an app that can scan and organize your music for you and help you prepare for events much faster. For you guys who are not familiar with our DJ school, it's called Dangerous DJs, created by Ragoza. Dynamics is one of our awesome instructors, and Radio and DJ 10 are big parts of that. They help host the live trainings. And we just have so much talent in the building tonight, in the Zoom building, if you will. I'm going to ask for Aaron Trailer to come on here. Let's bring on Dynamics and Ragoza too, and let's just start talking about music, bro.
First off, what's your New Year's resolution, Dominic?
New Year's resolution. Oh, that's a good one. I think that, first of all, I want to destroy the old people at the gym who beat me badly at pickleball. So that's one of my resolutions. The other resolution is to spend more time with family this year.
Aw, I like it.
Yeah.
I think we should all use that as a goal this year. We all need that. More family.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what's up, Crate Hackers family? What's up, DJ Playlist Crew family?
What's your resolution for this year? I'm going to get a drone this year.
Let me stew on it. Let me stew on it. I haven't really given it much thought. I've been more focused on providing for the family and
Nice.
yeah. So I'll get selfish in a minute.
We have resolutions for many different things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Crate Hackers is going to be amazing this year. It's going to keep getting better and better. So we're really looking forward to that. Crate Hackers X is shaping up. What about you, Dynamics? You got any resolutions? Ragoza? Hit us. What do you guys want to accomplish this year?
For me, it'll probably be the same thing it always is, to be your favorite DJ if I'm not already.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dynamics did some big stuff this year. He won what was the competition called again, Dynamics? I forget. It's a French.
Yeah, playing in Paris.
Playing in Paris.
Whoop
This
their
dude won
asses.
the world championship. He's a world champion battle DJ representing the United States. He smashed the other competitors. It wasn't even close. And he did it on a DJ controller this big while everyone was using full turntables.
Got one just because of Dynamics.
25 Dynamics. Are you going to be savaging more people in front of our very eyes?
I'm going to retire from DJing. That's my resolution. What? Please stop. Don't even start there. Don't even.
He's having a.
Stop pulling legs.
He's going to retire, and then he's going to come out of retirement. He's going to fight the Jake Fall of DJs. Tell us.
You know what? I need to get out. I need to be more active. I just been stuck at home because I've been watching the baby. The baby starting school this next coming year. So I'm gonna get out there, get more active, try to get my steps in. I gotta have a better diet this year too. I know it. I know my cholesterol is through the roof. I can tell. I can feel it. I feel it in my body.
Dude, this is the realest, best talk we've had all freaking year. Let's go. My cholesterol's. I gotta get outside. My chest knows. Okay, I will say I'm not gonna talk about this too much, but if you guys have thought about Whoop Band, I finally got a Whoop Band. I used to have an Apple Watch, and I thought that was tracking my whatevers, right? And then I got this Whoop thing, and it is kicking Apple Watch's ass, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys can see this, but
I've heard about this thing. It doesn't require like a monthly subscription or something like that.
It is a subscription, unfortunately. We all hate subscriptions these days, but it's going to show you your sleep, your recovery score, your strain levels. So based on your sleep and your recovery, it tells you exactly how hard you should hit it at the gym. Tracks everything just way better, way more information. And I've just been sleeping better. It's hard to describe.
So you sleep with it on, and it just measures all vitals.
Band on. But I like it because there's no screen. The Apple Watch is just too much screens, too many notifications for me. I already got my iPhone that I'm looking at too much. Whoop Band has been pretty cool. So
let's circle back and talk about tech in a minute. Let's talk about music DJ tech from the past year that we've all been using in a minute here. It'd be fun to circle back and really zone in on the 2024 tech trends. But Ragoza, what was your resolution?
Oh, my resolution earlier, to be your favorite DJ if I'm not already. But That's just kind of what I say every year, but
Yeah.
every year I try to outdo what I did the previous year. You know what I mean? Just keep evolving. And if I practice hard this year, I'm going to practice harder next year. If I put out a lot of mixes this year, I'm going to try to put out more next year. Just try to continue to expand.
That is one technology that you
DJ
use
Studio has been a huge thing for Ragosa, right?
So yeah, when it comes to 2024 tech, I think the first thing that comes to mind is DJ Studio, straight up, just because of how much time it's been saving me and how much fun I've been having with it. And there's no way, like I've been able to put out a lot of mixes. I just, talking about putting out mixes, right? So I've been able to put out a lot more mixes this year than I would have been able to if it weren't for DJ Studio. Because we've been having to travel a lot this year, like nonstop. So it's a miracle that I really got any mixes out at all, to be honest. But
okay, so I've been seeing you on Facebook and you've been saying, hey, thank you all for making the Mixcloud mix #1 in this particular category. Are you saying a lot of those are done with DJ Studio? That's super rad.
yes,
Like that's amazing.
yes, definitely. It definitely saves a lot of time for sure. Because before,
It's a mashup tool that I really haven't gotten my hands fully into yet. I'm going to be one of their spokespeople this year. And I want to lean on your expertise quite a bit in 2025 Ragosa, but this DJ Studio, I could think with your brain, with the way that the way you dissect music and stems and acapellas and mashups, this thing's just in your wheelhouse, I'm sure.
it's literally how people get addicted to playing video games. That's how I am with DJ Studio. It's like playing a video game to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like each genre is like a different level. You know what I mean? It's like, what can we do with this genre? What can we do with that? And the layout and everything, the workflow actually makes it fun. Whereas with Ableton, it's not like it wasn't, the end result was fun, but getting there was always very tedious because there's so many small little things you have to put together. DJ Studio makes the work into where it's actually fun. It's fun to do, not just the end result, but like the whole process of putting the mix together. It's a good time. The momentum stays flowing.
Josh is in the chat asking if we can get a super summarized idea of what DJ Studio is. Listen, we're going to do that a lot in 2025. We are partnering heavily with them, and we'll do some breakdowns. We do have some videos on the YouTube channel that does do summarized versions of it. Radio, if you wouldn't mind making me host again, I'm going to see if we can try and broadcast live on Facebook again. But dynamics. It was funny how you just murdered every person out there in Paris with the smallest controller I've ever seen. These large hands would never be able to do that. Put your hand up to the screen. Let me see your hand. Look at those tiny little hands. Yeah, you can manage that with a small controller. But you're not afraid to test the technology.
They're massive hands. How do you know? There's no depth perception at all on Zoom.
But to manage
Your hands that you were.
to manage a controller that small, though. My point is, you aren't afraid to try new things. In 2024, was there technology that you used in your workflow that? Oh, as far as my workflow, I really do want to dive way deeper into DJ Studio. And then there's this thing that came out called a Shinobi fader. And it's very intriguing, but I haven't really mastered that one yet. If you think like that mini controller is smaller, this is just a fader that. Will you pull that up for us really quick, Dominic? What is it?
I got you.
Yeah, the Shinobi fader.
Yeah, this is coming soon. We're
Hearing
trying to
about
get
it.
them to demo it for dangerous DJs. But you basically put this fader on your cell phone, and you can practice your cuts.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see that. That's a phone. That's a smartphone.
Yeah,
And so this is kind of like a
This is the app on your
suction
phone.
cup.
That's
to-
your iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your iPhone, and then this thing just lays on your phone.
Yep.
That's a little
and
crossfader.
and they just recently released it for iPad.
How about you, Dominic? What about you've been out there gigging? I saw you over the weekend DJing at a football indoor
Yeah.
arena. New toys that you brought out with, or want to start flexing in 2025?
No, I only do I do 200-person weddings, and this was like a 400-person corporate event, and I brought out 4 speakers, and I just gave it my all, and those mofos filled up that room pretty good. Thank God. Thank God for glass. All the walls were glass, and the roof was like a soft roof. Thank God. But no, I'm going to be looking into more lighting this year, more intelligent lighting, like Sound Switch or Wolf Mix, and the 360 tubes, and I see that as just such a integral part of the media of being an entertainer, right? It's just lighting, music, excitement, right? I feel like there's so much more I can do there. So I'm excited about that. Our friends at Both Lighting USA making things way more affordable for people. Their 360 tubes are amazing. I love them. Their little canned uplights are amazing as well. And everything is DMX. You can control with wireless DMX. So I love all that.
I would say for toys in 2024, boy, okay, I'll give you a couple here. I'm really excited to try this. I'll be receiving these tomorrow in the mail. Can't say they're my favorite yet, but I'll be the first to let you know if it's going to work out for DJing. So check this out. These are called Even Reality glasses. Have you heard of these?
Yeah.
The Even G1s. Check it out. You can actually have pop-up notifications on your glasses, turn-by-turn directions. I don't know quite just yet. I'm not sold on this particular pair of frames, but we're starting to see a lot of these software developers, like Google's coming out with the return of glasses pretty soon. Meta has their new Orions shortly. But this is the first one out in the market now. This is available. It takes about 4 weeks for them to arrive. But once they do, it's mirroring almost exactly what your iPhone does. So I don't know if it's going to be a little redundant with my watch, but yeah.
This is an interesting topic because you actually sold your Vision Pro, right? You were one of the first people to get Vision Pro. It's almost hard to believe this is in the same year, but earlier this year, Apple came out with the Vision Pro. I really have not heard too much about it. It's kind of a flop.
I don't know if it's a flop.
To
me, it felt like a public developer's
They just had to get some
toy. We had to push this thing out there for it to get on people's eyeballs, into people's hands, and we had to see how people were going to use it. Because mark my words, in true Apple fashion, they're going to be the last person to come out with their glasses. I'm thinking 8 years for them. Facebook is going to try to get to them by next year. Even Realities is first. Vision Pro to me felt like it was just a flash forward of what those glasses are going to look like in 8 years from now.
I feel like I only saw one of these people wearing these things on an airplane. Just one.
They're so bulky, and
Does
you
anyone
got
in the chat own a pair of these? And do you love it? And do you use it regularly?
Here, better question. Circling back to DJing, has anybody ever used it in public performing?
You look stupid.
I don't know. As much as I try to get down with the metaverse and all that, I know that going out in public, you're going to look pretty fucking ridiculous. But
now, Alex B, and I know you're a fan of these, he says he's got the Ray-Ban Wayfarer smart glasses. Those things are sick, right?
In my eyes right now, yeah. In fact, if you have Ray-Ban glasses, I would suggest going to apply for their developer channel, because as of tonight, get this, if I were to talk to my glasses, it's going to give me real-time feedback of what's going on around me. AI cameras now. This release just dropped like 24 hours ago. Anybody who has the Meta Ray-Ban glasses can actually have a third pair of eyes now in real time. Like you're walking down the street. Which way do I go? Turn left, turn right. Hey, what shot should I take with my pool cue? Do the 8-ball in the corner pocket. It's unreal. And I would say this is, for DJing, my favorite tool, hands down. I have caught so many stories and reels, and I can mix point of view. I'm sure a lot of YouTubers out there are using this for unboxing videos or just amazing. Man, it's been a crazy year, right, Dom? It's just been so many cool toys.
Yeah. It's been crazy. The Performer came out from Rain, right? Anybody in the chat loving their Performer, that new controller? Curious? Aaron, you got the Opus Quad. Was that this year or last year?
The big tail end of last year, I think.
It. Spy loves it.
Tail end of last year. I love it. I'm never going to let it leave. I do have a feeling they're never going to make another one.
Wow, quite a few people in the chat have the Performer.
Put that up on the screen. What is the Performer again? Remind me. What's the Performer again? Can you show that to me?
Oh, it's just that super controller from Rain. Hang on a second.
It's like the Rain's Rev 7.
Yes.
What are you rocking right now, Rigoza?
The name, they should have put a number in the name. Okay, anyway, here it is here. It's just motorized platters. This is not a great picture. Great job, Dominic. I'm doing horrible.
It looks good. No, it looks good. I want it.
Not bad. While we're on the subject of motorized platters, I am actually enjoying the Hercules T7. More so just because it feels like I'm on vinyl. And practicing my juggling on that is so much fun.
Really?
Yeah, without...
And this is motorized?
Yeah, it's motorized. And it's way lighter.
It's 1/3 the price.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's 1/3 the weight also.
1/3 the weight? Oh,
damn. You're hearing that firsthand from you. That makes me want to try one, because I know dynamics. You know what you're talking about, especially when it comes to like juggling and all that. And I was a little concerned, being that it's like belt driven. Of course, there's like certain scratches you could always do if it's belt driven. But when it comes to juggles, you always would get that kind of slow takeoff. But if they got it together on that one, then I might have to give that a try.
And I know Rain's build quality is like tornado proof, right? Basically 3 times the weight. But yeah, you don't hear about this one that much.
Yeah, it's Hercules. Hercules isn't really pushing out like top tier. They're not known for
More
that.
for the beginners, right?
Like a mid-tier brand.
Yeah, but man,
that looks like you could do damage with that thing. Yeah.
it's fun. Like it's like and then I think they made it for DJs who started out on controllers or stationary platters and wanted to get a feel, like an entry level. What do you call it? What do you call those that make you get into harder drugs? That kind of thing.
Gateway.
Gateway drug.
Yeah,
Where else would we go? We all have to start somewhere. You start with Hercules, then you move on to the heroin that is Pioneer, right?
Or the cool turntables. You know what's cool about that is my kids can play on it and they can get the feel of putting a record on, taking a record off, messing with it without having to break a needle, break a tone arm, and stuff like that. I think that's rad.
And
I think we're going to talk music, right? At some point.
we're going to talk music. Can we segue into some of the hottest topics in music of 2024? Obviously, the whole P. Diddy meltdown collapse.
Oh, damn. Oh, really?
That's crazy that is happening this year, right? What the hell? That kind of came out of nowhere, I feel like. How does that change things, do you think?
It makes it really hard for me to play hip hop anymore. It really does. It feels really hard. Like coming from programming hip hop stations for 15 years with iHeart, and I go back and I listen to
the Diddy-less edit.
So like, you think about it occurred to me as I'm watching the TMZ downfall of Diddy series, which I think is like part 3 now, like 3-hour-long episodes of Diddy's downfall, and I thought to myself, okay, let's go back and look at some of the songs that were hot during that time, like Jay-Z, Big Pimpin'. Like in the lyrics itself, they are blatantly telling you, hey, I'm literally doing this. The party is a freak off. In the lyrics, and we're all just, that's that. We cheered them on, and they foreshadowed the whole damn thing, and now we're shocked.
Yeah.
And now we're surprised. But it does really make it difficult for the DJ to play that kind of music now, I believe, because
R. Kelly is so happy right now.
Am I wrong? I feel a little icky playing some of these the lyric content now. I suppose I should have back then, but 2024 put a bad taste in my mouth for hip hop in general. Please, someone change my mind, because I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan, clearly, but this year changed it.
Hey man,
It really depends on the crowd, I guess,
out
right? Yeah, what do you
on the
guys
lyrical prowess that is Sexy Red. Let me just say it.
Pound Town. we must not forget Pound Town. Yes. Ski. He just
Adding vocabulary to the English vernacular. Come on, man.
Then you got Ski. Sexy Red.
Poet laureate, I tell you.
This is the year that I think females took the power back, though, lyrically. Glorilla, Sexy Red, Cardi B. They've been doing this for years now, but this is the year where they just said, this is it. This is my music.
They had a chokehold on the game. I enjoy playing like female rappers more than I like playing guy rappers, especially because it gets the girls out and like they love to sing along to it. But man,
I think females changed. They saved hip hop this year.
When it comes to mainstream hip hop, 100%. Like the thing is, the females are making records that are just more fun records. Like think of some of the newer male artists that came out this year or over the past couple of years. Like for example, Cash Cobain, right? He had a couple hot records. I cannot understand one word that dude is saying at all. And you know, the songs are you know, a mellow kind of drill sound. They got, you know, a mellow kind of drill sound to it. It's not as, it doesn't relate as much on the dance floor. But then you have a song like the newer song from Glow and Sexy, What You Know About Me, where it samples Wipe Me Down. It's very high energy, you know what I mean? It has stuff that the girls can chant along to. It's got, it even went viral on TikTok with the loop, you know what I'm saying? The ladies are putting out records that are just a lot more fun as DJs and for the people on the dance floor.
I don't understand why this was the music that it filled dance floors with its upbeat tempo or chunky rhythms that got the asses moving. Suddenly, the beats have just taken a complete back seat. I feel like we've not had a dance floor driven hip hop anthems from men in general. We did say Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion, they're crushing it, but
hold on a second. You're forgetting Kendrick Lamar.
I was gonna say, yeah. Not like
well,
us.
okay, yeah,
We got
Super
one
Bowl
for a reason.
Key Glock
so.
had a couple of them. But there's few and far between compared to
Oh yeah, girls are ruling.
Why do they choose to stay in that tempo? It blows my mind. I hope we can change that in 2025. I hope we can come out with some dance floor anthems.
Yeah, they were trying to do some like Miami-based things too. It just wasn't hitting the same though.
Jersey Club remixes.
I know. Yeah, the Boy's a Liar was great for a while. You know what I mean? The girls loved that one. At least when I was playing that one out.
Talk to me about just dancing in general. You're a DJ and you're looking at your crowd in 2024. Compare that to a crowd that you've seen in, let's say, 2019. What are you seeing as a difference? Somebody in the chat, please describe Ragosa, dynamics. What do dance floors look like in 2024?
I like the dance floors in 2024 where I'm at because, and also especially because of TikTok and the explosion of like throwback jams and all the 2010 stuff is like popping off, like shots going crazy. Again,
Tell us about that. What's
yeah.
Yeah.
Playing all the sing-along stuff now is just great. Because before, like 2019, you still had bottle service. It's still pretentious. People like off in the corner. You know what I mean? This is it. This is stuff I was playing. But then now, like, I get to do like theme parties, or I get to, my residency is at the Bungalow Near Soul of a bar. But man, they like, let me tell you, my closing set from 1 o'clock until closing is like slow jams. And I played Dance for the best part.
Really?
Like the original version of Daniel Caesar, the best part. And the whole club is singing. And like girls are walking by and they're singing it to me. And I was like, damn, this is really, let me look at the best part, right? Like best part, Daniel Caesar, 75. Why does it feel like it's like a 50? Because it's just like a guitar and it's mad slow, but girls love that shit. Or I'll play Telepatia, I'll play a scissor joint. You know what I mean? And of course, Love by Keisha Cole goes crazy. Mariah Carey, We Belong Together, goes crazy. Alicia Keys, No One goes crazy. Just ballads that girls can belt out. So much fun.
Sing along,
That's
guilty
cool.
pleasures. Yeah,
The guilty pleasure
R&B.
is so much fun. I absolutely enjoy my residency because I could just go anywhere and every area. You know what's funny about my residency? I can't play any Kendrick. I can't play any Drake. And I can't play Groom.
It's
So I
gonna
could-
start some shit or
everything
something.
else.
Is that why?
Huh?
Gonna
Yeah,
start some
it's like
shit?
the-
Gonna start some fights or something.
Yeah, they were attributing the Kendrick and the Drakes to fights. But I can play YG all day. I bet you I could play what's the joint by Chief Keef?
Oh, don't.
Like Finito. No problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Weird decisions that management makes, but it is what it is.
Ragosa, you're looking at 2019 crowds and you're in 2024. What's the difference you're noticing in your dance floor?
Yeah, Dynamics kind of hit the nail on the head when he was talking about like the whole bottle service thing, because like I've always had a very open format style, and a couple of times in the late 2010s, I would play at like a more high-end casino place like Shrine at Foxwoods, and they wouldn't like me because I was rocking the dance floor, but not rocking the booths, not rocking the VIP booths. You know, I was playing sing-alongs and things that people were dancing to and singing to, and they weren't into it. But now it seems like that's flipped around a little bit because of things like TikTok. A lot of the big songs from the 2000s and 2010s are coming back. Even songs like One Direction, You Don't Know You're Beautiful, or Good Time, Owl City, some of those real corny sing-along ones. But they're, as a mashup DJ, I love those songs because I could just go hook to hook, blend them with different other songs that are either newer or from that same era. So I love how TikTok has brought back a wide variety of throwbacks. And a lot of DJs, I do see some DJs complaining about how a lot of the current music is sampling the older music, which is true. But once again, as someone who loves the mashup stuff, I enjoy it because all the newer stuff that's coming out that's sampling the older stuff, it makes a lot of fun possibilities for me to mix between different eras and things like that. So
I don't know if they were old enough to realize that we sampled back in the 70s and 80s too.
It's always been a
no, for real. Yeah. And even back in the 60s and 50s, all of them were covering other people's songs anyway. So like sampling's always been a thing.
It really is. It really
You
is.
gotta remember, like when they're sampling the 2000s, that was 20 years ago. When we were sampling the 70s and the 90s, that was 20 years ago. Hey, great point.
What are you noticing, Don? What are you
I'm
noticing
old.
in terms?
I just realized I'm super old. Thanks a lot, Dynamics. I just noticed that just from social media alone, you can see that like, nightclubs are having trouble, which is fine. I think they're annoying. I think we're a bit annoyed with that.
Hey,
And I'm happy
what
to
part?
see
What part?
things like
What part?
going to a club and having to pay $600 for a shitty bottle of whiskey. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense.
We did. We
Just
did that
doesn't
for
make sense.
years.
What changed? I guess now that I think about it, you and I have never
It's
really.
not cool anymore. You've done it. You do it so many times. You want to now. You want to go to the coffee shop or the donut shop or the taco shop where the DJ is DJing at.
You bring up a
wanna
good point because
go-
I'm seeing a lot more of DJs doing things other than nightclubs. Like I'm in Nashville. There's no nightclub in this town. We pretend hardcore that we have nightclubs, but I see a lot more DJs playing like hockey arenas. I see DJs playing coffee shops, lounges, hookah bars, background painted in the background where they're not the center of attention. That scares me to some degree, but that is a fact. I'm seeing, you mentioned it, it's annoying. It's hard to talk to people and have a conversation with people when you're playing it so loud. But if you're in a public environment with good music provided by a DJ, I think we're seeing more opportunities like that now more than ever. Wouldn't you see that, Dom?
That's what it appears, dude. I mean, we had an interesting. I invited you down to Atlanta, and we went and saw Fred again at State Farm Arena, which is a huge arena. But the show was very, even though it was in an arena, it was pretty intimate the way he did it. And I think that's what we want a little bit more of, right? You want to go, if you're going out and you're going to spend all this money, you want to hear the fucking music that you want to hear. So we did the State Farm experience. We saw two friends. That was earlier this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Friends in Atlanta. That was fun as hell. I don't know. I think it's just like when you're going out, you realize what a time commitment it is. It's money. It's this. It's that. Yeah. You just want to go to the bungalow with Dynamics, this dope DJ. You want to sing with your friends. You don't want to give a fuck what you look like or how you sound like. You just want to have fun and get a little tipsy. That's
You
what
still
it's
care
like
what
for
they
me
look like.
going out. I want to pregame in the parking lot, save some money, and then go in there
Make us a little bit sound.
and have all these memories.
I think Dominic might be speaking for this current generation. Yeah, you might be speaking for every person. Just parking lot, partying before the game, and not spending as much money. Wait, let's face it. It is a lot of money to go out. It is just so much, and it's affecting the way people think about entertainment now.
It's just, you get a booth. Okay, we did this in Atlantic City, right? You get a booth, you feel cool for 5 minutes, and then all these hot girls come over, they bring you your bottle. They're only giving you the attention because you got the booth, right? The hot bottle service girls come over, make you
See,
feel
normally,
it's just it's not. There's nothing special. There's nothing genuine about the transaction. It is so surface level.
I would say in a case like this, I would normally say you're the get off my lawn old dude, but when I'm seeing articles last week that just said 5 nightclubs in Orlando shut down in the course of a month.
Oh, Jesus.
You bring up reason for concern. You bring up reason for people are just annoyed with that possible arena, and we have to seek alternatives.
I'd rather spend big money to go see Fred again and see this one guy that I really want to see
Intimately.
instead of going to this nightclub and feeling a bit douchey, to be honest with you. Roped off with other people. The hotties giving me attention when I spend insane money on stupid things that are not good for you. I'd rather just go karaoke with my friends for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Or go see Ragoza at the sports bar down the road.
Wow.
Because he moved out of, it was Connecticut, moved to Virginia Beach. They're freaking killing it in Virginia Beach. What's the scene like? What kind of places are you?
Yeah, in Virginia Beach, they're not actual like clubs. They're mostly like big bars and restaurants that have a big room and then they turn it into a nightclub on the weekends. It's definitely not as like the places aren't as upscale as I guess you would say like a regular bottle service kind of nightclub. But I personally enjoy that vibe a lot more because just like everything that Dom was just talking about in the mid 2010s, I used to want to spin at those kind of fancy bottle service clubs. When I finally started doing it, I didn't even like doing the style they wanted me to do. You know what I mean? I don't like playing to people in bottled booths. I like playing to a dance floor. Virginia Beach is a perfect place for us because that's exactly what we get to do. They want us to make people dance and sing along. And Desiree and I, we're perfect for that. So we're really happy over here in Virginia Beach. But every place is different. And nightclubs are different. There's some nightclubs that are more booth orientated than others. I'm sure there's nightclubs out there who they are more orientated towards the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't experience a lot of those myself, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
In the chat right now, CB Shaw brings up a trend that to some it may be considered old hat, but I did see a rise in this trend, and it does pin what Dominic mentioned earlier, intimacy. CB Shaw says, boiler room sets have changed the game this year. Boiler room sets, if you're not familiar with that's almost where they turn the camera around towards the audience and not the DJ. The DJ still is the center of attention, but the audience is in the background. And that's the feeling I felt at a Fred Again show where this producer, if you're not familiar with him, has some of the biggest songs on the EDM charts right now. Fred Again has this unique ability to show up in the back of the arena and play on a drum pad, and then 3 songs later show up, portal himself into the other side of the arena, and he's surrounded by his friends.
Yeah, he was going around to the back of the arena and he'd play the piano, right? He's not just like hitting a button and dancing along with the visuals, right? He's actually playing the music, making the music, doing actual drum and bass in front of your eyes. So
But surrounded by his fans, like in 360.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy. Awesome.
I think it'd be so fun to start doing more events like that. Could there be some venues in your town where like, hey, let's not make the DJ the focus. Let's do a live stream, turn the camera. Just instead of looking at this white wall back here, can there be people behind me while I'm DJing and just do this live stream, even just for B-roll? It'd be phenomenal. Yeah, intimacy is really, I think, the way to survive. Can you make that close personal connection with music? Which I think we should start talking about. Music?
Let's talk about music.
Let's talk about music. Let's build some freaking crates. I'm so excited for this because I have the best DJs hanging out with us. DJ Rigo's at Dynamics and my crew in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, Bob Hickman. Put a 1 in the chat, Radio. Put a 1 in the chat, I am DJ. DJ's Dot. Tony
DJ S. Dot in the building.
S. Dot.
What's our fam right there? Yeah, S. Dot. He's from Virginia Beach too. So
What's up, S. Dot?
Carpine.
Patrick, how are you, buddy?
What's up?
Thanks for friending me on Facebook, by the way. Appreciate it. Hey, Christy. Hello. Greg. Oh, yeah. All right. Listen, it is all about building crates today, and we're going to tackle this in a couple of ways. I'm going to throw some crates and charts your way, and then I'm going to finesse this. Give me the course of this next couple of days just to fine tune this. What you're seeing is a smattering of songs that are going to be on the screen, and then I want to get their opinion and yours. I really would like to see, before we make this bulletproof crate ready to go, got to get your eyes on it first. Everyone, if you're listening right now, please turn on your screens. And Radio, if you wouldn't mind, drop the link into the Zoom chat. I will also post it into the YouTube comments as well as the description for the replay. But this, if you can see my screen, is our Crate Hackathon, brought to you by the one and only Jay Dowd. Jay, if you're in the chat, we appreciate you, man. You put this crate together with quickness. But this is a good taste of some of the hit songs that I still think hit well today. What I tasked him with was going through and finding the most popular songs that are still testing on dance floors and just come up with a baseline, a foundation, a good way to get started. Not by any means is this bulletproof, but it gets the thoughts started. We're going to look at this some more in a minute here, but the reason why I put this on the screen first is because there's a leaderboard on the right-hand side of the screen that I want you to participate in, and I want to shout you out. The one who gets the top of the leaderboard, I'm going to Venmo $20. So please vote, and your song will make it into the crate, plus I'll Venmo you some money. But drop the link in the chat, once again, Radio. While we do that, I'm going to share with you a couple of tools here that's going to help truly build the best crate possible. You ready to see some new 2025 tools? Hackers, you want to see something brand new that you don't even have your hands on yet? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Algorithm. This is a tool that I've been working with for close to, about a year now. We've been building this behind the scenes. This will be something that I hope will get into the hands of hackers like you. But what this does is build a good foundational chart for us to look at. And the way this works is I'm going to go into algorithms, and I've built so many of them that currently power the Crate Hackers charts. If you go into the Crate Hackers app, all of these are currently there, but it's today that I want to go ahead and look for the New Year's Eve chart that I have built. And in real time today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update it. I'm going to see now. Dynamics Ragosa, you haven't even seen this thing yet, but this is going to be a brand new tool very soon for all Crate Hackers members.
Looks like the songs are battling.
They are. It literally is a March Madness bracket style competition. What I've done is I've taken channels from XM, Sirius XM, and a Billboard, as well as Spotify and TikTok, and I've compiled them all into a number of playlists here. From here, it breaks down into a bracket style competition. I'm going to narrow the release date in. I'm going to just go ahead and expand on this just a little bit more. We have a release date of, let's set the rules. What do you say? Let's do a cutoff for 2010. Let's do a tempo of, and I'll keep it that way for now. Popularity, let's take it down to 60. Keep our danceability at about 60 as well. Valence, which is mood. Now, if I wanted to, I could change all of these if I felt the need, but I've already built this to where it's pretty much ready to go. All I need to do is push a button, and this playlist updates in front of our very eyes. Are you ready to see the #1 songs of 2024 for New Year's Eve? Anybody? 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 You ready? You ready? Let's do it. We're going to push play and watch the activity. You can see the progress bar build here at the top of the browser. Once it completes, the playlist will complete. Now, this by no means is complete because the purpose of this hackathon is for you to help me decide if you would actually play these. So on the right-hand side, you've got songs which I'm going to expand upon in a moment, but that is a tease of the new algorithm coming soon to Create Hackers members. You will not have to pay extra for it. It will be free. And it's coming in 2025. Here's the chart. The biggest songs in terms of danceability, popularity, virality, tempo, and just overall party vibes are staring at you right now. And I'll shut up. I'm just going to let you all talk a little bit here and discuss amongst yourselves songs that you would play and wouldn't play. Dynamics, Ragoza, thoughts on any of the songs on the screen?
I honestly have not played $1 Million Baby out.
I played it a couple of times, but I mean, for me, the biggest bangers this year have been more on the hip hop side. Thank God It's Friday by Glorilla. Probably been the biggest smash for me this year. Also, Hot to Go has been working. That one I've been playing here and there. I like the tempo of it. I did a mashup where I put it with Venga Boys, Boom Boom, Want You in My Room. That's been a fun one that I've been playing.
I will say that $1 Million Baby does mix well with Pony from Genuine.
Yeah, also Pour It Up by Rihanna. It sounds good with. That's a good one to try with.
Yeah.
The mashups are cool, but the actual song itself, I haven't played out.
This new Charlie XCX song, is anybody playing?
Yeah, Guess. I was going to
Guess?
say Guess. I like Guess. Especially
Yeah,
with
Guess works. The thing is, though, with a lot of the current pop, you can't really play the regular versions of it because, for example, Espresso, it's been a huge song this year. But if you play the original version of Espresso, I don't know about you guys, but I'd be scared to play it. I think it would or the only way I would play it, the original version, is if I was like DJing for people who were like sitting down and eating or something. You know, but like for a dance floor, there's no way I'm playing, or even like that other one, Taste. So
let's hear. There's a couple of remixes that are available right now. This one from Mark Ronson's got a good vibe to it.
Yeah. He's been killing it with the remixes this year. Jen and Clonic, they've been making some great remixes this year.
Yeah, agreed. This is kind of a good warm-up session. If you're looking for any more of an up-tempo remix, the Espresso Collini Disco House mix.
Yeah, bringing up the tempo a little.
Yeah, bring up the tempo a little bit. But yeah, you're right. We shouldn't be playing the radio edits. We need to be mixing up the remixes. Is it better that I give you the remix attributions below, or should I clean it up and take it off? Is that better?
I think having the song titles to begin with, that's already really helpful because listing a remix might not be the most efficient thing all the time because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm looking through remixes, I don't just go for the most popular one. I listen to all the remixes, and sometimes the one I like the most is the most popular one. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like a more obscure one. But, you know, just having knowing, okay, this is a hot song right now, then you can go, and that's what I do. I'll go and I'll search through, all right, this song, you know, by Sabrina Carpenter's blowing up, the original ain't gonna work. Or you know what song actually comes to mind is Birds of a Feather, right? That song's so mellow. There's no way. It's such a sad song. So I had to go through, I went through all the record pools, literally all of them, going through all the remixes, listening to every single one of them until I found the one that I was like, okay, this is the one that fits the vibe of my set. But the remix that fits the vibe of my set might not be the same remix that fits the vibe of your set. You know what I mean? So
there's a red, yellow, green, like traffic light scenario I take with songs. For example, if I've got, here we go. Let's go back to Espresso, just for example. Red, to me, would be considered this tempo. A little more upbeat, a little more dancey. Yellow is considered a little more lounge. And then green is left for like maybe the original or another version. But in terms of intensity, you should have 3 or 4 different types of remixes that just have varying energy levels. because you never know what they call for.
That's a good point for different situations.
A lot of the stuff I wouldn't play, to be honest. There's a bunch of stuff here. Oh, wait. Are we playing tech?
That's one of my favorite that I have for this. But yeah. I like the one that I have. Mine's like a Jersey one, and that shit is so crazy fire. Yeah.
For what song?
For TikTok.
Oh, I gotta hear that. I've always loved that song.
It's so good. Yeah, I just found it, and I was like, fuck, man. Hey, not the biggest fan of the song, but it hits so hard.
I saw Promiscuous on the list. That one's been coming back for me.
I can play the original version of Promiscuous, and that shit goes way hard.
Still.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande had a good year in Hollywood, but her music I just fell flat for me. It felt like she did that. It felt like her music took a back seat this year to her acting.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. My only Ariana Grande banger that I play is "Break Free," and that song's already super old.
Yeah.
She's had a couple songs here and there that have been all right, but yeah, "Break Free" to me is my favorite song by her by far, because that chorus is just so much fun for the girls to sing along to, and it sounds fun when you mash it up with different stuff in the same key. But yeah, like her music got just really mellow, and not like her choruses. That's the thing. Like the older I get, the more I appreciate choruses, and a lot of her choruses just got not like they don't give you much to sing along to. You know what I mean? If you sing along to it, it puts you in the vibe of being at like in a waiting room or like driving on the rainy Tuesday afternoon. It doesn't make you feel like you're on a dance floor.
Pedro in the chat says, F slow music. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm playing in the very place. It's just that there was a time where the pop music that was coming out was more dance floor orientated, like the early 2010s when we were getting stuff like DJ Guys Falling in Love or Chris Brown. Yeah, We Found Love. Yeah, Desiree's over there naming songs. Songs like that, they were songs that like had more up-tempo vibe that we could actually play them, and they would work on the dance floor. Now a lot of the pop music, and it's nothing new. It's been happening for a while. Stuff like Ed Sheeran and Coldplay and a bunch of music that doesn't really, even Taylor Swift. Everybody loves Taylor Swift, and I do play her stuff, but once again, I'm not playing original Taylor Swift records unless
going back to Taylor Swift that was a strange year in terms of DJing music for her, because he had to appease the rabid Taylor fans.
the Swifties.
You the Swifties, that you wanted to mix it up, but you weren't allowed to. I remember getting my hand slapped a number of times for playing any kind of Taylor remixes. It just felt like sacrilegious to do that. I don't know. It's just a feeling. But then again, I'm from Nashville, and I guess we love our Taylor, and we just don't want to mess with her too much. But I keep circling around on Bad Bunny here. Bad Bunny, what were the songs you played this year from him? I know that was a joke. Everyone was always requesting him, but when somebody did, what was that Bad Bunny song that you pulled? What did you play?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Same.
That one. I don't know. I don't really play a lot of Spanish music, but I do feel like Bad Bunny passed his prime. I feel like he was huge like 2 years ago, like massive. But I feel like he's been on the decline the last couple of years because the requests have been slowing down. But yeah, the Tito one, that's the one that I play if I play. Oh, and Party's a good one too. Party. But those are older songs. They didn't come out, I don't think, this year. So
yeah, since there hasn't been like too many like bangers after that. You know what I mean? Like that album though, like there's a bunch.
There was.
Still go.
You could pretty much get away with most of the tracks on this entire album, but yeah, trying to find anything new is going to be a challenge.
I need to get out of your bubble, bro. Places like Latin music sucks. Slow music sucks. Bro, you gotta know. Actually, don't. That still goes. It gets all the girls going.
I think we found somebody more grumpy than Dominic.
when I do play Latin music, I play a lot of the classic stuff from like the first wave of reggaeton in the US. Yo Boy and Dolly Dun Dolly and all those kind of songs, you know what I mean? Evie Queen, if people remember Evie Queen. And yeah, because like when that first wave came around, I was just getting into DJing and I had all that stuff on vinyl. When I play it now, it really sets it off because a lot of people, that music is now very nostalgic for a lot of people, not just the Latin crowd either. That music brings me back, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people really enjoy it. It's almost like playing, like how it felt like playing like a 90s dance hall set.
Can we get away with this song anymore? This Barbie song, or can we finally put it to bed? In fact, can we just put Dua Lipa to bed, period? Or is she not? I don't know.
Don't ask Pedro. You know what the answer is.
I'll put her bed in a
Dua
different
Lipa's
way.
hot, but she's so.
Don't get out of here with that.
Her sales were not good this year.
There were songs that really catch on. They weren't bad, but I still play that one. It still sets it off. But I don't play it. I just play the chorus. You know what I mean? I use it as like a segue song, kind of.
Yeah, same. There's a lot of fun songs here, but a lot of
Yeah, it's interesting. I was reading something today about this newest Marvel movie, Kraven the Hunter, was a total flop, worst flop of Marvel's history, because who knows who Kraven the Hunter is, honestly. But anyway, besides that, the smash hit is Wicked, and because it's a musical and it's this and it's that. Barbie had that going on. That was this summer, right? Or was that last year?
summer. Yeah,
That was last summer?
yeah.
this summer.
Oppenheimer, Barbie, that was there, and then
Oh,
Wicked
oh,
and
Jesus.
Wicked and Gladiator were going head to head.
Oh,
Let's
God,
go.
we just-
Show tunes. Show tune sets for next year. Shows like Grease, Wicked.
I guess where I was going with that is women are driving a lot of box office sales. Women are driving Taylor Swift ticket sales. Women are going to see these freaking disco nights at these nightclubs. We just went in Atlantic City. We went to Gimme Disco, which was all about ABBA and all these disco nights. Yeah, there's just that wave comes and then goes. And I feel like Dua Lipa came and Sabrina Carpenter's kind of doing her thing. And
Nice little refresher that we're getting. That it's not, you know what I mean? Like, we're getting a lot of different vibes. You know what? My favorite release of this year is Tyler.
That's what I wanted to circle back on. Songs that you want to play. And then also, let's talk about the song you will play at midnight. Go ahead, Dynamics.
At midnight. Shoot, let me see. Man, you know how fucking huge TV Off is right now? And I can't even play it on my residency. That shit is a fucking TikTok song. That shit is a hip hop song. It's fucking Kendrick. Got big horns. Starts out with him fucking screaming mustard. That shit's a fucking midnight song.
TV off, Kendrick Lamar.
nice.
All right. But I think I
It's only going to get bigger
sidetracked
with
you.
the Super Bowl coming up, too.
I sidetracked you. You said there was another song, but was that it? Is that the same?
Oh, no, I was saying my favorite release, like as far as an album, Tyler
Yeah.
the Creator. That shit fucking went.
I've never been so emotionally impacted from an album. I didn't expect it. Matt Fly, a DJ on Twitch, was just going off about Tyler the Creator, and I didn't know much about him, to be honest. I really didn't follow his career much, but then I just pushed play on that album from start to finish, just driving. And I just lost my mind. I was punching the roof of
Air?
the Cybertruck. I was just wanting to hang someone off the side of a building. This was the best album I've heard of all time. You got to feel the same way.
All time is wow.
In terms of hip hop, my God, it was incredible. And just the production.
Range was great, man. I liked it. I liked the way I liked his flow on the songs. I liked how different everything was. But he still got the horns on there. He's got the drums on there as far as like band music, drumline music, and the shit just hits, man. Just
Felt so
different.
tribal. Yeah, just
Yeah, it's not formulaic. You don't have fucking 808s everywhere. You don't have the fucking same claps and the same snares. You know what I mean? It was just shit that he wanted to make and that he thought it was fun. And he was just brutally honest about feelings, very introspective, but not like preachy. But it was fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
topics that he was talking about on there. And I like the rollout was fucking dope, man. How we would announce different things every single day. He would release a teaser video or, the vinyl's coming out this day. And the way that he presented the vinyl rolling out was fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So by the album was actually out, I was like, fuck, man, I can't get the vinyl anymore. This shit's sold out. God damn it.
Talk to me about it. Good choices, by the way. Great choices. Definitely contender for midnight. TV Off from Kendrick. Rigoza, your favorite release, and then the song you would play at midnight. I'll go to you next, Tom.
Oh, man. See, we're playing at a venue that we haven't been at before, so I'm not sure which way it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be more of like a hip-hop crowd or like a open format crowd. So if it goes in the hip-hop direction, I might have to go with something from Glow, either the Thank God It's Friday or the What You Know About Me. Those songs have been working really good. If it's more of a girly pop sing-along crowd, then maybe Hot to Go would be a good one midnight, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what to expect, you know what I mean? And for all I know, it might be an older crowd and we might not have to be playing anything new. Who knows?
Yeah. Favorite release of the year?
Ah, man. Just like an album or something. Honestly, it didn't come out in 2024. It came out like towards the end of 2023, but it counts. Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday 2. It was such a good album in my opinion because it's a long album, but it has so many different genres and it's almost like a DJ mix. It's got songs that you could play your DJ set, like Fuck the Club Up, Everybody. It's got serious songs about her father passing away and struggles that she goes through. It's got it's got reggae songs, Afrobeat songs, R&B songs that sample the 80s, songs that, I don't know, it's like an open format album, and I think it was very underrated. But that's been like my favorite current album.
Very catered towards audiophiles. I went to the Pink Friday concert in Nashville, and I'm thinking every time she dropped a song, I'm like, man, this was just designed for sound systems. Like her producer knew that this was going to be bumped in the club, and I went back and listened to it again at my club. I'm like, man, she just knew what she was doing. This was catered towards people who wanted to party.
Yeah, definitely a fun album to listen to.
For sure. Dominic, what about you, buddy? Favorite release and then a song you may potentially play at midnight?
I would say Midnight's going to be probably Hot to Go. I feel like that's just such a fun, just something you can play like after everybody shouts New Year, 5, 4, 5, 4. It's perfect.
Built-in countdown. Yeah, you're right. God.
My favorite release of the year? Damn. I listen to offbeat music, so I'm like a Tuxedo fan. Tuxedo makes like funk music and disco music. So Tuxedo, if you guys are really into that, they just came out with their 4th album. These guys right here. It's Meyer Hawthorne and Jake One. They're dope as hell. I wish they were more popular. It's dance music. It's the dance music we want. It's just they're not popular enough. But yeah, Tuxedo 4. Shout out. That's my favorite release.
Thank you, Dominic. Thanks, guys. That's really good. I want to give you my answer, but I want to pose this question to the audience. I want to see in the chat what song is. Now, a lot of people are going to say it depends, and I do understand. Read your audience, but let's just say you have a couple locked and loaded in the chamber. You're thinking it may go this direction. Artist and title, please. What song would you play at midnight? Just given the chance. Let's say the party goes your direction, everything's going your way, and you want to play that one song selfishly. What is it? Just be serious. Don't help another DJ. That's my point. That's the whole point of these hackathons. For me, I think I can only get away with doing this once in a lifetime. So I'm going to take advantage of it and capitalize on this moment for the town I live in and represent. Nashville, Tennessee, completely dominated music this year. Fight me for it. Fight me for it.
True. Bar song.
It's true. Yeah. And I would say that everything from Miley to Taylor to Post Malone, even though he's not from Nashville, he spent a good majority of his recording time in Nashville.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll, thank you. The biggest year for country in decades. And there is a reason for this. There's a reason why country had such a big year, and that is because it was the very first time in the history of streaming that country fans finally migrated to that platform. You have to think, Americans, we're slow to trends. And I notice this a lot in the DJ industry too. We are very slow to trends, technologically speaking. We saw this earlier with Dynamics. He pulled up a belt-driven pair of turntables, a new version of the Hercules version, but we're still grasping onto the past. So we take a long time getting to something. Americans take a long time gravitating. Oh, I'm never going to stream music, says the guy who's downloading MP3s and fought that for years because he wanted to hold on to his CD collection. The reason why country music had such a huge draw was because we finally got around to it. Americans realized, wait, can't try that in my hometown, or the new Shabuzi, or you can't find that at Target anymore? You mean where do I put a CD? I can't put a CD into a CD player anymore? So I'm forced to go to Spotify. So they all went to Spotify. They finally, this year, went to Spotify. And for the very first time in over 30 years, 3 #1 songs consecutively during the summer of 2024. Any guesses what they were? You nailed it. The songs I'm probably going to play at midnight. Taylor Swift up there with Cruel Summer, which may or may not be considered country, but you know her roots. Shabuzi, a bar song, coming in at around, I think, 80 BPM. There's a great remix with Jaquan's Tipsy that I'm probably going to drop. Takes the BPM to around 90, 93. And then I Had Some Help. If you're looking for something a little bit more of a higher tempo, I would say Post Malone, I Had Some Help. It's starting to fall off the charts a little bit, but you might be able to grasp it, and it's got a good feel to it. There are some amazing remixes that I've found, including one from, I believe it was DJ Scooter, who mixed it up with Sandstorm.
Yeah, I have that one.
It's so damn good. I'm going to say, and I'm going to drop the mic. Fight me for it, Atlanta. Fight me for it, LA. What? Yeah, Nashville's got it going on this year, and that's my pick for New Year's. We're going to drop that at midnight and represent Music City. So those are my picks.
Nashville dance?
Does what?
Is that a Nashville set at midnight? That sounds awesome.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. Let me look at the chat really quick here and see what everybody was saying. In the chat, last chance, last call. I see Squabble Up. Who said Squabble Up? Was that Jared? Hey, Jared, how are you? Sully added some Bollywood to the list. Nick says, I had some help. The Mike Fresh remix of Austin Boots. Good version, Nick. Let's see here. Tony says, I'm a very traditional conservative market. Anything other than Auld Lang Syne at midnight would get me shot. Sully said, Squabble Up.
Time to move to another area. Have some fun.
Dynamics says, stop being an elitist, Pedro.
That's my request. Stop being an elitist.
Pedro.
We love you, Pedro.
Pedro's like that voice in our heads. He just says whatever he wants to say.
He's that reassuring guy in the shoulder that says, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be playing that song. Hey, any final thoughts? Let's just do a quick roundtable and then some Q&A. But
yeah, we didn't really talk about EDM music too much, but one of my favorites this year, two favorites. I don't know if you guys are on this genre at all, but Disco Lines, absolute murderer, in my opinion. Going to be one of the biggest new DJs. He's starting to tour. And then I love Knock 2. Knock 2, anybody? Knock 2?
Yeah, Knock 2. Been playing their stuff for a minute.
Yeah? Okay, sweet. Loving those, that stuff. Any
EDM
other
sounds.
stuff? Aaron or Ragoza or Dynamics?
I would say let's focus on the sound of EDM. What sounds are stale? What sounds are rising? Ragoza?
You know, I've been loving a lot of the 150 BPM stuff lately, like the super fast stuff. I've been enjoying it a lot. We actually just did a rave this past weekend up in Rhode Island. We played as Team Ragoza for an hour, 15 minutes. An hour of that set was like straight 150. Just whoa. So there's also been a lot of remixes coming out at that tempo too. That's been a lot of fun because yeah, the 128 was been around for a while and it started to just start to feel a little bit stale. I know Tech House is a big sound right now, but I'm not the biggest fan of it personally. I do play some of it, but I know it's popular, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, as a personal, like sonically, to me personally, it doesn't really excite me like the...
I don't think Tech House is as popular as we think it is. I think we'd like to think that it is, but it truly isn't. It's intelligent, but it's not. And we want to try and pretend like this is a trend that's going to take off. Tech House is just, it's minimal house that is a little flashier. But it's just simple music. It's simple, but I think we can take that off the list of trends. I think Tech House we can finally put into 2024. I look forward to the new sound of 2025, which I think you might be right, Ragoza. The double time 75 is now the 150. One of my personal favorite producers is Audion, and he just produced a drum and bass sound. D&B Jungle, that sound is starting to come back at 86 BPM.
I'm hoping for that genre to break through for a couple of years now. You know what I mean? Because like it always seems to just get there, but never like really cross over the way that like 28 house music did.
D&B, yeah, I think if there's anybody in England listening or somebody in London right now, they're probably rolling their eyes because we are so far behind the time with D&B. But damn it, we need a breakthrough. We need that number one song.
We see it with Fred again. He goes into that territory.
Yeah, but there's not that one mainstream song that's going to catapult it.
There's no sexy bitch of D&D.
Dynamics, a particular EDM genre that...
Pro House popping off. And then Mapiano is not EDM, right? No, that's not. So that don't count. Yeah, I hear a lot more about Afro House. And then I like playing Jersey stuff anyway. Baile, funk, flips, still work for me.
Any styles that are just sounding like anything like Tech House that you're tired of?
Anything like Tech House that I'm tired of?
Like any style of genre? Like Moombahton, I'm over that. That sound is done. Trap is over with. I'm tired of trap. What's...
Rhythm? How about that? I can just keep that.
Yeah. All right, that's gone. All right.
Be careful in the chat.
You get out of here.
Funny.
I'm sure that's Pedro's favorite.
In the trending section of Crate Hackers, we put together a brand new trending EDM section. So if you drop down here, we've got all of these bubbling genres that are starting to rise. Like, I shouldn't say that Acid House has been around for a while, but we try to get all of the genres as best as we can from grime to bassline, Afro house, tech house. We even have them broken down into categories. But I think if I were to say, so it was Speed House you were referring to, Ragoza. Speed House is what we call it. These are some of the bigger songs in that regard, like the ones that like you see EPM here, like 150.
Yeah.
Happy for almost.
Not quite at that level, but yeah, like almost that tempo. I think Happy Hardcore is a little bit faster though. I think isn't Happy Hardcore like 80, 160,
160, something like that.
160, like 180. Yeah, it's like almost at that intensity, but not quite there. It's not. It's more so hard style tempo, but without the distorted bass.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. It's a time and place sport, though. You can't do it all night long. You get really.
No, not all that. If you're at like a rave like we were, then you can do it. But yeah, if you're at like a regular bar, I do play it out. But yeah, it's like in spurts. And what's fun is going back and forth between that and like the Jersey stuff that's around that same tempo. Then the hip hop that's 75. It's a great way, especially for an open format crowd, to break things up a little bit. One specific remix that came out this year, Gin and Tonic's remix of Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. It's 150 beats per minute. And it works so well because you can mix in some of the other speed house stuff around it. And then, of course, you can go in and maybe something like, I don't know, Cascada Every Time We Touch or something like that. You know what I mean? But it gives you a lot of different options. I love it. I spend a lot of time now in my sets, my open format sets, in that tempo, going back and forth between 150 and 75, 150, 75. There's different genres that you can hit at that range. It's a lot of fun.
Jared's in the chat. He says, is D&B at its peak right now, starting to decline? And also, what is the most popular style of house and EDM right now? I think we covered that, but I think just to circle back, D&B, I believe we're going to start to see something pop in 2025. And if I were to predict,
like true drum and bass, though, like somebody said in the chat, it's ruled by elitists that are methed up, and I think that's true. Problem. I always remember going by
gatekeepers.
Yeah. Drum and bass clubs, and I ain't going in there. I ain't going in there.
It depends on the genre because there's different subgenres. There's like the jump up drum and bass. There's what they call dance floor drum and bass, which I assume a lot of the drum and bass elitists, they probably hate that genre because that's the genre where it's the most, I guess, the most relatable to people who like if someone never heard a drum and bass song in their life and you played them something from the dance floor drum and bass genre, they'd probably like it because it's got a lot of the familiar pop sounds that we're used to hearing in popular EDM and pop music. But then something like the jump up style or the jungle style of drum and bass is a little bit more of an acquired taste for those who aren't familiar.
I want to caution gatekeepers, though. I want to caution the people who are elitists in certain genres of music, because I just want to warn you, don't fall on that spike for that genre too hard. Don't die for that, because there's some genres that are just corny after a few years. There are those
people like that.
Like the insane clown posse juggalos.
Some genres are just not meant to be mainstream. That's the thing.
The people who die on the cross for these like horrible genres, just flash forward 10 years from now, you're going to look back and think to yourself, why did I do that? I'm stopping you from the pain.
It's like Ragoza and I, we like some metalcore music, right? Ragoza especially. And it's just not going to ever be mainstream, like super mainstream. And that's
Sully says in the chat, he's going to go down for butt rock. Yeah. All right. Yeah, butt rock, Poison, Motley Crue.
I see. Nobody mentioned Kanye West. Is anybody playing some Kanye tracks?
Carnival.
Still playing Carnival?
I didn't use that shit at all. But I'm sure it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Classic's still low. Are we still playing Fiend?
Still goes. Yeah. I like it. As a DJ, I like that record because the intro, you could do so much with it. It's a fun record.
I take Fiend and I take Carnival because I equate them in the same, I see them in the same lines.
Yeah, it's from the Carnival, like that. Someone who likes to mix and scratch like that. It's like that sample's perfect for you could go into anything, mix it with anything. Double time, half time, doesn't matter. You got a lot of fun.
Kanye's moment to shine was I don't know. He didn't have enough club anthems. There was just some things missing in that entire album. I felt like
he didn't start shit with Drake. Is what happened. We would have started more shit with Drake. Probably
could have happened. Yeah, he could have jumped in the circle. That would have been an interesting battle. Trying to see if I'm missing any questions in the chat. Wouldn't be a bad time.
What are you guys hoping for more of, or what do you want to see more of in 2025, excuse me, and beyond?
I would like to see more up-tempo pop music. There's a lot of hip-hop that's coming out that's fun and playable. There's a lot of, if you are spinning in places where you're playing dance music, there's a lot of great stuff that you could play, but it would be cool to have some pop music that is a little bit more high energy. You know what I mean? Because like, once again, Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish, all these artists are putting out songs that just put me to sleep. they're good. Don't get me wrong. They're talented and they're really good singers, but like, I would love something with some energy in the pop genre. That's one thing I'd like.
So like a Charlie XCX, are you guys playing that at all?
Yeah. Some of her stuff is more up tempo, which is cool. Guess I do think it's annoying, but it works, so I'll throw it in there. Just guys, the color of my underwear. I don't know. The chorus
I
kind of
loved that song. I thought it was a smash.
but it's fun to mix though. As a DJ, personal listener, I don't like it. As a DJ, I like it. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Sam, you're right.
Yeah.
What about you, Dominic? That was a good question, Dominic. What was it was things you're looking forward to?
I want to hear more of.
Yeah.
What are you hoping for more of?
I'm hoping for more of.
Do you want more AI generated anthems? No, I'm just kidding.
AI generated anthem? I know the music's out there, but I don't know if there's an anthem yet.
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe I need to. That's my resolution. Make AI anthem for the club. More bigger pants for 2025. That's what I want to see.
Oh, no more skin.
Parachute pant.
Let your crotch area or ass breathe a little bit. You know.
No, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. Yeah.
Fair enough.
If I wanted to change one thing or see one change, or I don't know, I guess if anything, there will be a change, whether if I can change it or not. I just think that we saw a little bit of a rumbling with this with Drake calling out Spotify for puffing up the numbers. We had that. I don't know if anybody caught that espresso controversy. People were being super served espresso, the single on Spotify. After their playlist would end, it would just automatically recommend espresso. People were thinking that, I fear that we're going to lose our taste if we give our taste to many other entities that'll take advantage of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you couldn't. Was espresso really the #1 song in America? Was espresso really? Was it really? Did anybody really buy that song on the chat? One in the chat. Did you buy espresso? Did you purchase that song this year? Did you stream it? 100 songs
was the most popular song, right?
Which one?
I guess my point is, we live in this world of. I come from the radio day and age where it was damn near illegal. You would be arrested if you got money for spins. If I was at a radio station and I was a program director or a music director, and a label walked up to me and said, "Here's $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, whatever. Play this song," I would go to jail. I don't think.
If you got caught.
Well, yeah, there's that, yeah. But it's also, I don't think there's that kind of gatekeep, that those laws aren't in place for streaming right now. So they're gaming it. So Drake brought that up with the whole Kendrick scenario. The reason why Not Like Us did so well, his claim was because they puffed up the numbers, they put more money into it. Let's just call it what it is. Not Like Us was a freaking smash, regardless. He might be onto something. And I question it. I can't change that. I don't think any of us can change that, but I do feel that's a change we need to be looking out for. And as DJs, we need to hold ground. We need to dig our heels in and be like, yo, that song really, even though it's #1, ain't working on my dance floor.
Yeah,
So we all need to be a little bit louder.
I don't think it's affecting anybody's tastes, really. The tastes are going to prevail regardless of what any company will try to push on you. You know what I mean? Because it's not authentic and it's not organic. It's a great song. But there's just, everybody's gonna know what they like. And some people may be coerced into liking certain things. If you hear Wicked playing at your house every single day, all of a sudden all the songs, I wouldn't know about it. I just have 3 daughters that sing that all the time.
See what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is important, though. I do think as DJs, it's important for us to have our own taste. And I guess what I would say is, just because something is a hit, just because something is #1 or on the charts, it doesn't mean that you have to play it. Only play it if it's something that you want to play. And the thing is, if you're out and you're DJing and you're clearing dance floors, then obviously you need to take a look in the mirror and figure something out. But if you are keeping the dance floor packed and you're doing your job and you're enjoying yourself and others are enjoying you, you don't have to play something just because it's a hit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, I know Kendrick Lamar is a huge artist right now. I personally don't enjoy Kendrick Lamar. I don't like his voice. He sounds like he's going through puberty. I don't like, but I can't take anything away from him. He's talented. He's a talented, very good, he's a good artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy him. So I don't play him. I get away without playing him.
Yeah.
You like Drake's voice over
all day.
Kendrick Lamar? You like Kendrick? You like Drake's voice?
Well, I don't like Kendrick, but that's what I'm saying is, like, he's hot right now. I could play him, but I don't have to. I can still.
But in the
detect
same
it.
breath, though, in the same breath, here I am also. I don't even have Ski or any song from her. Yeah, I don't. I choose not to have those songs in my playlist just because I don't like lyrical content or reasons for it. You may feel the same way about Drake and Kendrick, but so that's my point is Spotify can impose their will on to us as much as they want, but you, at the end of the day, are the one pushing play. Now,
And if you have the right dance floor in front of you, then that's really, in my opinion, that's what matters the most. If you're doing your job and you're playing for the crowd that you're there to play for, and you're getting the results that you want to get, you know what I mean? That's up to you to play what you want to play. And once again, like I said, Kendrick Lamar it makes all the sense in the world to play him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's a whack artist. I'm just saying I don't like him. So me as a DJ, I normally don't play him. The only way I'm playing him is if someone comes up, gives me a tip or whatever, it's someone important. You know what I'm saying? But I can get through the night. So I guess I just want other DJs to realize they could do the same thing. You don't have to play something just because, oh, that's what's hot right now. You don't have to play
in the chat.
You don't have to play.
DJ Blaze, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that one of the guys in the chat is giving you a thumbs up saying he doesn't like Kendrick's voice either. And he said, read the crowd. Just read the crowd, most importantly. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's some crowds, there's some crowds where more than one set would work for that crowd. You know what I mean? There's more than one like best option to play for that crowd. You know what I mean? So when I'm DJing, let's say for a crowd this weekend, I could play the Kendrick Lamar and it could work, or I could play something else that I know is going to work and it's more my style.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really good. A little year-end state of the union for DJs. I feel like we've had a chance to really talk it out. And unless there's any other final thoughts, I would like to see if Dominic and Radio could open the floor for any questions or anybody else's opinion, because I sometimes sit here and think, okay, I've said my piece, but I'd sure love to listen in on your thoughts. What is that midnight song? Can I ask you what the midnight song is? Would you mind talking on the microphone with us and maybe giving us some advice about your market? One of the things I do see in private groups and Facebook chatter and so on is that we can build this rock solid crate and we should build a playlist for you all, but it does depend. If it does depend, then give us some opinions, give us other thoughts, give us other viewpoints, because we'll learn from you. If you want, let's do a Q&A. Dominic, would you be down for something like that?
Let's just do 5 to 10 minutes of that. If anybody wants to chime in, you can raise your hand. If anybody's got questions for Dynamics and Ragosa, thank you guys so much for your time, by the way, Dynamics and Ragosa. Again, if you guys want to really focus on your DJ skills this year, Dangerous DJ School is where it's at. Ragosa and Dynamics go live basically every Monday and Wednesday night. They change things up. They take turns instructing you guys live in a Zoom session like this. You can practice. There's workouts for your cuts. There's mashup masterminds. Yeah, we're
Grab scratch tomorrow night.
Grab a scratch tomorrow night.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Looking to see if there's anybody in the chat that I want to call out. I saw Big Daddy come in the room. I saw Nick Clark is very active as well. Thank you. Prophecy, what's up, dog? All right, quiet crowd. That's okay. I'm assuming a lot of people got a lot on their mind because they're doing the Christmas shopping thing, getting the family get together all arranged. It was fun to hang with the family of DJs tonight. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
A couple things before we head out the door. 2025 is going to be a lot of fun for crate hackers, and I'm going to supply you all with a bunch of holiday gifts. This crate will be finished by tomorrow morning. We'll have this New Year's Eve crate thanks to Jay Dowd. He put the crate, it's up now, but we'll polish up a little bit more and improve upon it for you to use for this weekend. Before New Year's Day, I am going to release the top 1,000 tracks of all time for mobile DJs. I repeat, I'm going to curate 1,000 tracks for everybody on this call, every hacker, anybody who wants to be a hacker. It might be like my own version of Spotify Wrapped. I was honestly disappointed in Spotify Wrapped. Anybody? Did you look at your Wrapped this year? I wanted to make my own. So I thought 1,000 tracks. Now, this is my thought going into the top 1,000. They have to be songs that work for the audience. The audience has to dance to it. It's a dance floor anthem. It's meant to be a song for DJs to play for dancing. So surprisingly, it's hard to fill up 1,000 songs for dancing. It really is, especially when you take in metrics like popularity and danceability, like you saw me do earlier with all the crates we did. My goal is to give you all a good starter, a good foundation of baseline, 1,000 tracks, because I figure if I dump 1,000 tracks on you, ain't no way none of us are going to be able to sound exactly the same because too many song combinations. But this is a year-end best of that I want to get your input on. So before the end of the holiday season, I'm going to do one final hackathon before we give it to you. So just be on the lookout for another invite because 1,000 songs, in my opinion, doesn't hold nearly as much weight as it does when you're involved. And for everyone who has been involved on these Tuesday nights, I can't believe how important this is to us. One of the things that we're so grateful for during the holiday season is just getting together with DJs like you, where we feel that this is a community that just truly enjoys something that's not too political, not too controversial. That art of going and shopping for music is just, it's behind us. Going and shopping for records is behind us, but this keeps it alive to some degree and keeps the music alive for the DJs and the dance floors in general. So way out the door, put a 1 in the chat and I will shout you out. And Rue, Ragoza, Prophecy, thank you. Joe, Matt, love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. From your Gizmo. Always wants to be a part of the action. Always wants to be part of this. Have a good one. Happy New Year. Ragoza, Dynamics, any final thoughts?
Man, I just had to go shopping. I just had to go record shopping for a present. I feel like I've had a couple people been shopping for records. Yeah. In the chat, if they're shopping for records. I haven't been playing for how, but I think people like the tangible. And I've been getting a ton of ads for like vinyl releases. They've been having like some real cool color vinyls and designs and all this other stuff. So I'm just like, huh. Interesting.
Keep the music industry alive with vinyl for sure. That'd be a great Christmas gift
something tangible because the content can disappear from online. We'll know that. Sometimes you can find it on YouTube, but having something that's tangible in your hand that you can play on a record player, like just regular non-DJ people, eat that shit up. Telling you, man.
You got it. Got about a little less than a week to go for Christmas, man. But even good stocking stuff's our idea. Although I'll take a record and put in a stocking. Yeah, we can. Ragoza, how about you? Final thoughts?
Man, I just feel like overall the music in 2024, it wasn't the best year in music, but it also wasn't the worst year. So I'm looking forward to 2025. I think overall we're heading in a good direction. So looking forward to the new year. And we're a lot of exciting things, definitely, between Crate Hackers, Dangerous DJs, DJ Studio, all the stuff that we got going on. It's going to be an incredible year. So I'm in high spirits, ready to wrap this year up and welcome in 2025.
And we certainly hope this optimism spreads out to everybody watching tonight. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Happy holidays. One's in the chat. Happy tapping and happy holidays.